Man, it's a good day to go help my people. Oh, shit. Man, they already shooting. The purpose of me doing this video is to let people know that God is not playing with nobody right now. We can miss the signs. We can stay so distracted with what's going on in this world, but everything is happening for a reason, people. We're gonna have to get it back to God, or this evil is gonna take over, and take over is gonna get so dark it don't matter where you at. It's coming to you. It's gonna come to you. Evil is boiling in this world. When it come down to pastors, it's like sacred. When you dealing with God and His words, and you congregating over His people, and you playing with Him, this happening all over the world. You get pastors having sex with the kids, having sex with teenagers. I'm gonna put a few things up that I pulled up just real quick. I had pulled up real fast. And God is real. God is within us all. It's up to the individual themselves to darken their light, because God is there. If you let your light shine to men, God will also be there. Somewhere, people think that you got to go to school in order to preach God's word. God is right there. God will give you what you need to preach over His people. That's where we messed up at when we started sending people to school to teach the word. These people don't know about God, and they represent God in a way that is just putting a shame on the church. It's putting a shame on the church all over the world. People don't even want to go to church no more. Everybody out here now don't have no one to give them God's word, because we are allowing this darkness to cloud the light that's within us all. Man is destroying the earth in so many ways. I don't have too much time. I don't have too much time to preach, because I can go there, but I'm showing this video to let the people know, look at the sign. God giving us sign and wonders. God do everything by numbers. One lady, I'm gonna put a video of her. She was at home in her bed, got struck by stray bullets. It's gonna take the people. We allow too much evil to come over the place. Although I wish I could change the world, but while I'm here, God said, let my light shine. Let it shine for the people. I've been doing this now for 7, 8 years, doing the best I can to wake my peoples up. This dark energy is going to only get darker and darker and darker. if we, as the people of God, don't come together. We seeing too much. Our kids seeing too much. Are we supposed to settle for this when we know God made man for man? Man for woman, woman for man? But we watching man and man and woman. These kids watching it. Think about this. The system already has a lot of women don't care less if the man in the child life or not. It's all about money. If they getting the money, they fine. Well, think about that child that growing up won't have their father and started thinking or curious, could I be gay? But you have the rainbow side, just might be able to persuade your child. What they said, leave that alone. Can't leave that alone because it ain't right. Now, everybody got their own life to live. But we got kids just so independent on these cell phones and the television, when you're seeing all this stuff going on and kids watching these people, and they got to come up in this world, and we making it seem like it's real, it's okay. It's not. We're gonna blow up, people. Can't you see how we getting now? You see how the world is coming now? Can you see how everything is happening? When we used to have the utmost respect for preachers, we don't have no respect for the churches. All these churches running around here is almost empty. Only the mega churches are full. And they pretty much full with people that only gonna care for themselves. The majority. Because ain't nobody coming outside them walls trying to help. I gotta go on and on, but this is here. I wanna do this video just to let y'all see what have this world came into. Why are we not seeing it? Again, like, comment, and subscribe. The more you like or comment, the more that the video will reach somebody. I haven't gave up, and I won't give up. Check out these videos.
Members of the Bright Morning Star Baptist Church in Pineville are shocked and saddened at the news that their lead pastor reportedly shot his wife in front of his 3 children before turning the gun on himself in Mississippi. 25-year-old Danny Prenell Jr. and his wife, 27-year-old Gabby Prenell, both survived the shooting, and according to a Facebook post, the husband is in stable condition while the wife is in critical condition in a Mississippi hospital. The shooting took place at a Hampton Inn hotel in Macomb, Mississippi, where the pastor and members of his congregation were attending a revival. Church members met for their regular Friday prayer meeting, and I spoke with a few of the deacons who were not ready to go on camera until they knew more details about the incident. But they said that church members are devastated by the news and are in prayer for the family. Marvin Marzette Sr. lives close to the church and is astonished by the incident.
It's a shocker. Surprised the daylights out of me when I first heard about it, because from what I understood, he was a fine guy. A fine preacher, and I did hear him preach one time and enjoyed the sermon. So again, it was just very surprising that, to even hear that news, that he did that.
Marzette has a message to the 3 children of the victims who are in the custody of Child Protective Services in Mississippi.
I hope everything go well with them. I know they're in a lot of pain and stuff right now, suffering, and I'm pretty sure it's unbelievable, that their father to do something like that. But again, just stay strong, believe in God, and they'll pull through it.
Joel Massey, ABC 31 News that works for you.
Learning new information tonight about what led up to last week's murder of a pastor at Mississippi Boulevard Christian Church. Good evening, I'm Richard Ransom.
And I'm Katina Rankin. Police reports scanner traffic and friends of Pastor Broads Perry show a scorned mistress from Little Rock drove to Collierville over the man she loved. Local 24 News reporter Rebecca Butcher live with tonight's top story. Rebecca, you're reporting there from Collierville.
Yeah, Katina, well, that suspect, Latasha Daniels, she's expected here in Collierville Town Court tomorrow morning. We got a chance to speak today to a friend of the now deceased Pastor Perry. She went to Florida A&M University with him several years ago. She told me that the news today was hard to believe. That's a Collierville cop after arriving Thursday night at the Meridian Park Apartments. Executive Pastor Broads Perry was dying from 3 gunshot wounds. His wife was shot in the shoulder, and Latasha Daniels was holding a gun. We contacted one of Pastor Perry's friends in Florida.
I was, really sad, and I was like, not Broads. I'm like, he just moved. Like, didn't he just move to a new city? And
the couple did just move to Collierville from Little Rock. That's where Perry's wife now tells police she and her husband knew Daniels from and never suspected an affair until Thursday night. She says as Daniels showed up, had a short visit, began to leave, she grabbed her gun and started firing, shouting, "You broke my heart."
It appeared that they were from what the lady shared, that they had a relationship. And so I would say healing has to take place for the young lady who committed the crime, and also for the wife.
Records show Daniels, a certified anger management specialist, was a member of Pastor Perry's former church in Little Rock. The two also worked together at a nonprofit.
And this was such a dramatic situation. And for her to find out this information or whatever this lady is saying while her husband is being killed, I could imagine how that, may feel.
And Daniels is expected here in court tomorrow. That's at 8 o'clock. She's being held without bond right now on murder charges. We're live tonight in Collierville. I'm Rebecca Butcher, Local 24 News.
Rebecca.
Michigan University student Anaya Mack.
Police reports reveal that her boyfriend says his motive for killing her involves her relationship with a prominent pastor who is also the president of the NAACP, Strickland. 24-hour News 8's Heather Walker has been going through the reports. She joins us live with what she's learned now. Heather?
Well, the Reverend Strickland, he denies the allegations that he had a romantic relationship with Mack. However, in the police report, it does say that Strickland did, however, contact police about the release of a white Chevy Malibu that was claimed as evidence in the investigation to Mack's death. Now, Strickland said the car belonged to his wife in those reports. Also, according to the report, Mack was part of the choir at Second Baptist Church where Strickland preached. Mack's boyfriend, Lewis, told police the couple got into an argument over her growing relationship with the Reverend, which led up to the murder. The report states that Lewis said he knew Strickland was allowing Mack to borrow his car, but didn't know about the relationship until he grew suspicious when Strickland started stopping by their apartment to pick up Mack more often. Lewis goes on to tell investigators in that report that Mack told him that the Reverend had threatened her. Lewis did not give details about how she was threatened to police, but in that report, it says that the threats were a result of Mack saying she was going to tell people about her relationship with Strickland. Lewis also stated in that interview that once he learned about their relationship, he'd been having, quote, some of the most violent dreams he had ever had, unquote. Now, we did go by the Reverend's home today to hear his response to the allegations. We were told he was out of town, but he did speak to us over text saying it's untrue, saying he had not seen this report, but points out that the information in the report came from the suspect, who is also using an insanity defense. And he added that, quote, I'm trying to be sensitive to the fact that Anaya is possibly not the only life that was lost, but this young man deserves for his family to be given some time to quote as well. Now, Mack's mom also commented. We reached out to her by telephone. She recently moved back to Michigan in order to be present for all the court hearings in this case. She says she also has not seen these reports, but she doesn't care what kind of motive that alleges in there. She says there is no justification for killing her daughter. Reporting live in the Kalamazoo studio, Heather Walker, 24-Hour News 8.
Well, first at 11, a family shattered. A DeKalb County pastor's wife was shot and killed while they were sleeping in their bed. He tells us he prays police will find the person who fired the gun into their home from somewhere outside. Right now, there are no suspects.
And Kristen, this is a horrible situation. The pastor actually spoke with John Sherrick, who is live in DeKalb County with more. John?
Pastor Mack Ellison tells me he can't feel his heart beating. He is numb. His wife, Michelle, shot in the head in their home a week ago tonight. She held on until yesterday. Now DeKalb County police are investigating this as a homicide.
I've cried, and I'm going to cry some more.
And he tells me he can't comprehend any of it. Pastor Mack Ellison and his wife of 22 years, Michelle Ellison, were just sleeping at home in their bed around midnight a week ago when a bullet shot into their bedroom and struck her in her head. Ellison never heard a gunshot.
No, we was laying right next to each other. Right next to each other. It was her heavy breathing that woke me up. And I'm telling my kids, pray, pray, pray. And we're calling 911 at the same time.
Michelle died Monday. DeKalb County police working to figure out who fired the gun into the Ellisons' home in the middle of the night. Was it an accident or something else? Pastor Ellison unable to comprehend any of it. His partner, his best friend, gone.
Biggest smile you ever want to have. That's the thing that blessed me, you know, her smile. Everybody loves her. Man, everything is gone. Everything. I haven't felt my heart beat. I don't know if God got that in protection mode, because wherever he was, the night my wife got shot. And I'm not saying I don't trust God, but I don't know. I don't know. I think we lost the best person in the world.
Investigators are urging anyone who might have any information about who fired that gun to call DeKalb County Police.